Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear students, I hope all of you are fine and studying at home. And I hope that you are doing well and you are preparing yourself for your upcoming tests and exams. Last time we had accomplished the practical number 5. We had gone through some different options of Microsoft Word as well. So today we are going to see practical number 6. And I have covered all the things which are given in your list of the practicals provided by the federal board. So all these things are covered in our practical number 6. So just like what are the important bullet points given in the Microsoft Word, just like inserting page, inserting text, typing text, removing grammar mistakes, error mistakes from the text, some things like that, how to print, how to open paragraph formatting, bullets and numberings. We are trying to cover all these things and we have understood all these points. I have explained you different menus available in Microsoft Word. So what we are going to do today, we are going to see this practical number 6. The practical number 6 is having 3 sections as usual. Section A is about Microsoft Word. Type the following paragraph message in MS Word and do the following tasks. Given passage, type the given passage in MS Word and do the following practical task. This is the paragraph that has been given to you and you have to do these tasks with this paragraph. So what we are going to do, you will type, of course, in order to save the time, I am going to just paste this text on a page and I am going to store or save this page okay over here with the name of section A practical 6 section A. Okay, now what we have to do, what are the different operations that we need to perform on this paragraph? What we have to do, type the given paragraph in MS Word and save your document. We have done this thing. Apply page color sky blue and watermark, and also apply the watermark use of social media. So what we have to do, how can we give the page color? We had come to know that this thing is given in the page design and we can give the page color from here. So sky blue is mentioned, so we are going to take the sky blue page color. One more thing is there, that we have to give watermark text which is basically use of social media. The paragraph is about the social media. So what we are going to do, we are going to apply one watermark over here. Fine. So we are going to make a custom watermark because we are not going to take these text which are already given. I have already explained you these all points. So we are going to type our own text. Fine. So over here, I am going to type the text use of social media. Use of social media is the text, in which font size, font design you want to take. All these things are mentioned. So I just leave it as Calibri and I say, okay, horizontal, diagonal, vertical, how you want to put it, I say diagonal. I apply this, then you will be able to see the impact and I close this box. You can see that now this is not editable. You cannot edit it over here. But if you want to edit it, you will have to go to the watermark editing. Fine. So you can go and you can change the watermark from here or remove the watermark from here. You will click over here and you will be able to remove this watermark. But in normal condition, it has been pasted as a background. And watermark means its color will be, of course, in light gray. Now come to the next point. What is the next point over here? This thing we have done. Page color sky blue we have given and watermark we have given. use of social media. Number third point is containing 1, 2, 3, 4 points are there in this number third point. Okay, number third point is saying that we have to insert the following things, and you know that we have already gone through the insert menu. We have to insert the following things: insert page number, header, footer, date and time, and some criteria is also given that how we are going to insert these things in our document. So number one thing that we are going to do is insert a page number in your file vertical left. You know that there are different page number designs. So we are going to click on insert menu. You know that from where we go to the page number is here, and the option which is given over here is vertical left. Vertical left is available in page margins. Page margin means it will be displayed in this way. Now, if I click over here, you can see over here, this is the way that the page number is being displayed. Vertical margin left. Vertical left is basically given over here. So vertically it is coming on left. So if we select vertical right, so it will come of course on the right side. Now the second thing is insert a header. Header, which header? Banded header with the text. What we have to type in the header? Business and computer science. This passage is related to the business and the computer science. That's why. So this is the text. Text could be anything that you can write, but I have given over here business and computer science. And header type should be banded. So what we are going to do, we are going to find this type. We will go to insert menu, we will go to the header, and we will find out that is there any option with the name of banded? Yes, there is. But other options are also there. So whatever the option will be asked, so you are going to have integral, iron, light, dark, even page, etc., etc. All these things are there. We are going to take this one, banded, and over here we have to type the given text, business and computer science. So I'm typing over here business and computer science. Okay, so this is the header that we have applied, and we know that if we insert any more page in our work, so header and page number will come automatically. Just like if I go and if I enter another page, you can see over here in the second page that the same color scheme, same watermark, and the page number 2 is appearing over here. And you can see that the banded header is also applied to my page. Fine. These all things I have already explained you in detail. Now come to the next point, footer, apply footer, insert footer, filigree. Filigree is the footer type which has been asked. So whatever, if they don't mention, give any footer or any text in the footer. So you can take that thing, but I'm going to take over here footer. In footer, we can write the text as well. Keep in mind, we can type the text as well in footer. But over here, they have asked us filigree. Filigree is basically a design, filigree ornament element. Basically, it is a design. When we will insert it, you can see over here that it is basically an ornament design. Fine. So we can apply this, and this ornament design has been uh, given over here. If we go to the format, we can even change its color or something like that. I think so. We will be able to change the color as well over here. Or if you want to apply some black or gray or any other color, we will be able to do it. Why? Because it is showing you the formatting toolbar. It is a shape. It is a shape. So using the formatting toolbar of picture or shape, we can apply some different artistic design to it depending on our requirement. Anyway, so we have applied the filigree bottom, which is basically the footer. It is only a design. So on each page, you will see that automatically the filigree footer is appearing automatically on each page, and it will be the footer of your page. What is the next point? Now see the next point. Insert date and time at the top with the format DD, MMM, and YYY. Why I have mentioned it? Because there are some different formats to write date. Sometimes you write date in the, you know, in different formats, just like short date, long date. If I'm writing with the complete spelling, for example, 19 dash January, full spelling January dash 2021. So it is another format where I am writing 2021 in 4 characters. But over here, the year will be in 2 characters. The month will be in 3 characters, like January for Jan, JAN only. For December, DEC only. For DD, of course, DD means the day. Day will be, of course, in the 2 numbers. Fine. If it is 0 and 1, then it means that 01 means that first date. 1 2 means 12 of the month. So we have to insert the date. How we can insert the date? We had seen this thing as well, that how we can insert the at the top. So I'm going to insert over here, even up the heading, go to insert date and time, and which format they have given. The format, this is another format where the number is basically the date is coming. It is American format where the date is coming in between, and the month is coming in the beginning and the year is coming at the end. So these are some different format. This one is given to us. The month name is in 3 characters, 3 letters. Fine. And the year is also in 2 numbers, and the day is also in 2 numbers. Fine. If you want to write full date, full spelling, this is long date, full date. So we can select this one as well. But since we have been given this one, so I'm going to uh, apply this date. So date has been applied at the top, since it was mentioned that insert the date at the top. So I have applied the date at the top. Okay. Now apply narrow margins to the document and paragraph spacing relaxed. There are some paragraph spacings, the line spacing, paragraph spacing. So apply narrow margin. Margins means what will be the distance between. Right now, if you see over here, the distance between the, if you see over here, if I open the uh, ruler, then you will be able to see. Can you see this? The distance between the border of the page and the text, there is a distance. There is a remarkable gap. Fine, you can see over here. There is a remarkable gap. Fine, you can see over here. So on the same way of, you can see on the left side, on the right side. So we have got different layouts available over here. In the margins, we have different margins, normal margins. Right now it is normal margin, moderate margins. So if we will do the narrow margins, then you will see that the margin is narrow now. Can you see this? Can you notice this? The margin is narrow. If we apply the normal, then the margin is high. Comparatively, a large margin. Fine. If we go to another options, so wide margins is there, some other types of the margins are there. Normally we apply narrow or normal or moderate, which is between the narrow and the normal. So we are right now, we are supposed to apply not normal, we are supposed to apply the narrow. So I'm going to apply narrow. And margin we can change ourselves manually by bringing our mouse cursor. When we bring mouse cursor over here, we can change it in this way as well. Can you see this? In this way as well, we can change it. Control Z. Okay. Right now I'm not doing, because I'm supposed to do this only. Apply margins to the document and paragraph spacing relaxed. What is paragraph spacing? Of course, you have got one paragraph over here, the passage that you have typed over here. This is the paragraph. And you will see that paragraph spacing is given over here in our work. In the design menu, you can see over here that the paragraph spacing is there. How much paragraph space in the lines between the paragraph is required. If you go to double, for example, the lines are having too much distance, open, tight, compact. We have to apply relaxed, which is a normal one. So relaxed is the line spacing where we have got line spacing in this way. So we are going to apply the relaxed paragraph spacing. Next point is that apply an artistic border to the document and give numbering to the advantages using Roman numbers. Okay. Apply an artistic border. Number one is thing is from where we can apply the borders. Go to the insert uh, to the design, and at the end you will see this option borders. Borders, we can apply the borders from here. You take the box and you can take any of the line, dotted line, single line, double line, multiple lines. Find any of the good design border you can take from here. But over here in this example, we have been asked that take the border artistic design, not these designs. Although these are also good designs available over here, we can apply them. But we have been asked to apply which border? You can see over here, artistic border. Okay, apply the artistic border. So when we will go here, we will see there the artistic border is also there. We can see some different designs are available in artistic border. Fine, so we can take any of the good design, whatever we like. We don't, we are not bound. Fine, some different good designs are given over here. Some are colored and some are, okay, I take one of them and I apply. Now you can see that I have applied an artistic design to my text. Since the border is narrow, so that's why it is not showing the complete border. So I can go to layout and I can change it to moderate. Now it is showing me the complete text. Hence I also change the work over here. um, Moderate margins, apply moderate margins. Fine, so that our text should be visible. And give, what is the point over here? Point number 5, apply an artistic border to the document and give numbering to the advantages using Roman numbers. These are the advantages. These are the advantages of using social media. So we have to give these advantages in numbering, and numbering should be in Roman numbers. So how we are going to do it? This is quite easy, you know about it. Select this, go to home, go to numbers, and apply this numbering in this Roman number, capital or small, it's up to you. It is not mentioned. So now this is a complete work that we have done. We have applied. You can see over here the result. This is the result that we can see, and we are going to save this page. Hence the section A is complete. Normally in board exam, you are not going to have that much lengthy task, but also in explaining it seems lengthy, but when you apply it takes 1 minute for each task, one, not more than 1 minute. So if you know the things, in order to give you the practice, I have covered all the things, all the points available over here, so that all the points should come in our practicals, so that we can say that we have done all the practices for all these things according to our outline. Because in outline, if you see, this is the board outline I'm showing you right now. So in outline, you know that font size, font style, text effects, symbols, equations, paragraph formatting, inserting section break, header, footer, inserting page number, etc., margins, etc., etc. So I have covered all these things. Now you can understand that in how much detail we have done this task. And we will take one you know a screenshot, and we will paste it. I am taking the screenshot in such a way which is showing all the things, means the border and the header and the footer. I take the screenshot and I paste it over here. Okay. Now come to the next point, which is about section B. Section B is about the Microsoft Excel. Another good task I have taken over here for you, so that I can explain you different formulas and functions. So come to this point now. This is a table for the electricity billing. The following are records of meter readings for few customers of electricity. Calculate the bill according to the given criteria. What is the criteria? Criteria is mentioned over here. From point number 1 to point number 5, we are going to apply different things. So in order to save the time, what I am going to do, I am going to copy this text by taking a new file. I will paste it over here. Okay, what we have to do, have you got some idea about current reading and previous reading? Current units and previous units. Now, normally what happens that, for example, in last month, on 31st of November, your reading was, for example, 12,536. So it was previous reading. On 31st of December, your reading was 12,750. So it means that you consumed some units So how can you calculate the units over here? Can anyone give me the idea? This was the reading on 31st of November, sorry, 30th of November. And this was the reading on 31st of December. Can anyone tell me how many units you consumed in 1 month? It is a question of common sense and maths, simple maths. Can anyone tell me, if I ask you that your previous month reading was this, that the meter reader took, and your current month reading is this, that has been noted from your meter, how many units you consumed during the month? Just raise the hand kindly. Kindly raise the hand or I'll have to call the names. Yes, please.
Sir, we'll minus the current reading from previous
This
reading.
is so simple. Good. Good. We will subtract the previous reading. Previous reading will be less. Current reading will be high. Because when we consume more, then of course the current reading will be high. So equal to this value. This value is current reading minus this value is previous reading. In this way, we can calculate that during the month we consumed 214 units. During the month, we consumed 214 units. Now this thing is clear. So our first point is about now what are different things. You have to calculate unit consumed, you have to calculate electricity charges, you have to calculate the surcharge, because government applies some different surcharges. The bill is not only the bill, there are some different things. If you see the bill, WAPDA bill, KSC bill, or something like that, you will see that there are some different heads in it. We are going to calculate electricity charges, we are going to calculate surcharge, we are going to calculate GST. General sales tax is also applied to the customer, that the customer is supposed to pay. So we have been given some different heads, and we have bank charges as well, because when we pay in the bank also charges for the payment, that you are paying my through this bank, so we will charge something for you. And then at the end we come to know that what is our net bill, the total bill amount. So how can we calculate the units consumed? Units consumed, you can see over here what is the formula that I typed. Current reading minus previous reading, but I did not type the reading, I typed their addresses. And when I press enter, then I can see that what are the units consumed. When I drag it, I will be able to calculate for all the customers. So this is our first point over here, that first you create the given format and save your file with your name. Okay, so we are going to save this file. Of course, you people are going to save the file in your folder at the desktop or in documents, wherever it is asked. So I'm going to save it over here. Section B, you will save it with your name. Okay. Now our work is saved. First point is complete. Second point is calculates using units consumed using appropriate formula or function for each customer. How we have calculated? You have seen this procedure by subtracting the previous unit from current unit. So we will write the current unit first, then previous unit. Keep in mind C3 minus B3. Fine. In this way, current unit first, because current unit will be a higher value. Okay. Now this thing is also done. Number 3 point. What is the point number 3? Calculate electricity charges with rate of rupees 8.5 per unit if the units consumed are less than 300. Otherwise, calculate with the rate of 12.5 rupees per unit. What does it mean? It means that normally the bills are having some different slabs. If you have consumed less electricity, you are going to pay less amount of per unit charge. If you have consumed more electricity, you are going to pay more amount as per unit charged. Have you got this idea? There are some slabs. I have taken only two slabs over here. That 8.5 per second per unit, 8.5 per unit. अगर आपने, if you have used 300, less than 300 units, if you have consumed, otherwise you are going to pay according to the 12.5 rupees per unit. If it was not mentioned, if they were saying that only this is the rate 8.5 for all, so what, how can we do this? Select this, multiply it by 8.5. This is a simple case where no slabs are there, that every customer who has consumed n number of units just calculate it with the rate of 8.5, so we can calculate it in this way quite easily. But over here it is not the case, by multiplying with the 8.5. But over here it is not the case. Why? We have two conditions, so we are going to deal with it using some formula. Use function. We have to apply some function for it. We are not going to see that this is less than 300 multiplied by 8.5, this is greater than 300 multiplied by 12.5. No, this is not the way. Using function, how we can do this? This is basically conditional calculation. Now see over here the if. Remember we had applied if for pass and fail. Remember? So now we are going to apply if for calculation. If this value, which value? This value. If this value is less than 300, comma, if this value is less than 300, this is the condition, then multiply this value with 8.5 if the condition is true. If D2 is less than 300, multiply D2 by 8.5. Otherwise, condition is false, value is false. You can see on your screen. What are the three parameters? Value is false. Otherwise, multiplied by D2 with 12.5. So this is the statement that you will write in order to make this condition possible over here. Fine. So it is going to calculate the electricity charges. Accordingly, it will check whether the units are less than 300, it will multiply it by 8.5. Otherwise, it will multiply it by 12.5. I hope this thing is clear now. Have you got any question, any query? Please ask me. Please ask me. Now over here the calculation will be done with the 8.5. But if we drag it in the next two positions, the calculations will be done by the multiplication of 12.5. Why? Because the units are more than 300 or equal to 300. In the last one, again the calculation will be done by the rate of 8.5. Why? Because we have mentioned in the criteria, this is the criteria, and we have mentioned over here one function, which is if function. It has three portions. We know about it, three parameters, logical test, value if true, value if false. If the D2 is less than 300, D2 multiplied by 8.5, otherwise D2 multiplied by 12.5. When the condition is true, then the D2 will be multiplied by 8.5, otherwise D2 will be multiplied by 12.5. Up to here, if you have got any question, please raise the hand. Fine. Okay, now come to the next point. Next point is this thing is done. Next point is that calculate bill amount by adding electricity charges, surcharge, and GST. Okay, one more thing is there over here. Calculate 15% GST, 10%, 15% surcharge, 10% GST and electricity charge on the electricity charges, and a fixed rate of rupees 8 for bank charges. Now see what is the rate, what is written over here. 15% surcharge, 10% GST on what? On electricity charges. How we can calculate the 15% of electricity charges? Can anyone tell me? Please raise the hand and let me know. How would you calculate the 15%? Don't you know how to calculate the 15%? Okay, let me mark over here the attendance. Raise the hand, otherwise I will have to ask the name. Yes. How do you calculate 15% of something? For example, 15% of 1819. This is E2. Multiply E2 by 15 and divide it by 100. This is how you can calculate. 15% of E2. This is the value E2. So we have taken this value E2, the cell address E2, multiply E2 by 15 and divide by 100. You will be able to calculate 15%. Now drag it for all values. You will be able to calculate the 15% for all the customers' electricity charges. GST will be calculated as 10%. So how we are going to do this? Again, electricity charges, for electricity charges, keep in mind, we are applying it on the basis of electricity charges. 10% of electricity charges. How we are going to calculate? E2 multiplied by 10 divided by 100. E2 multiplied by 10 divided by 100. So you'll be able to calculate the GST 10%. Now, if you will drag it, so you'll be able to calculate for each customer. And this thing is also based on which value? Electricity charges, this value. And the next values has been calculated according to the next ROS, the next customer's electricity charges. Number third point is written over here that apply bank charges and a fixed rate of rupees 8 for bank charges. Fixed rate means you don't need to apply any calculation for it. Fixed rate of rupees 8. Normally bank charges are fixed. So we are going to type over here only, or you just type and drag it in this way, not in increasing order. Just drag it in this way, because we don't need to calculate over here in the bank charges. Bank charges are fixed. These are not on the basis of calculation. Bank charges are fixed. So 8 rupees bank charges apply to each customer. So just type over here 8, or just type 8 and drag it. It will be applied to all the cells. Fine. I hope this thing is clear now. Now come to the next point. Next point is that calculate bill amount by adding electricity charges, surcharge, GST. Means add all these things, not unit consumed. Keep in mind, not unit consumed. The calculated ones, these things, amounts, electricity charges, surcharge, GST, bank charges. Add all of them to get bill amount. How we can add? We can add by applying the sum function, or we can add by applying plus sign. Just like I am applying the sum function over here. Add them. Add what? Electricity charges, surcharge, GST, bank charges, up to here. These four things are required to make the final bill. E2 to H2. Close the parenthesis, press enter. Now you can see over here that the amount has been calculated. Drag it, you will be able to see 2281.75, 4726.75, and so on. So bill amount has been calculated. And one more thing is mentioned over here, that round it up to 0 decimal places. Can we pay this amount 0.75 in Pakistan rupees, in 0.125, 0.375, 0.75? No, in Pak rupees we cannot pay this. We have to round it up to 0 decimal places. How we can do this? Now you have to see this thing. How we can round up one figure. Whenever you apply roundup, you put the value in a roundup function. So I am typing over here in the formula. Before the start of some function, I will apply round function to it. Round it off up to how many decimal places? If I will write 1, so it will give you 1 decimal place in this way. But over here we have been asked to apply 0 decimal place, because we cannot pay 0.8 in Pakistan rupees. So I am going to say over here up to 0 decimal place. There should not be any decimal in the net bill amount. So 0 decimal place is going to remove all the decimals places, and it is going to give you the answer in the whole number. Fine. So this is the task that we have done. We have saved our work. We will take one screenshot and we'll put it over there so that the examiner will be able to see, and our portfolio will be complete that we have done this task. Now we have got the last task up to Microsoft Word and Excel. If you have got any question, kindly ask me. Please ask me. Please ask me. Anything is there which is not clear. Please. Do you want to ask something? No. Okay, come to the next point. Next point is there that this is a passage which is given to us. This is a passage that we have to type and we have to apply, we have to save this work. So I am going to open, I have already typed this paragraph over here. Okay, I'm going to take this passage which is already typed, and of course you will have to type this paragraph. Okay, so I think this is the file in which I have got. Yes, this is the passage. This is the passage. Yeah. So I am going to take a new file over here. I will type it over here. Now, the rest of the all the things you are going to apply yourself. I'm not going to, because our class time is going to over. So I am just telling you that you have to do what you have to do. You have to do it at your own. Apply font size 18 and central align it. Apply font color red and font style Asar Persian. Fine. These are the things that you have to give. Red color, it should be 18 point. Fine. And Asar bold text style, Asar Persian. So these are the things that you need to apply. Also make it central align. This is central align. We know all these things we have already done. We know about it. And one more point is there, insert one image of the flower under the paragraph and make it central align. So how can I insert one image of the flower? I will go to if insert, insert image option is there, picture. Yeah, we'll go to some picture. Maybe I have got some picture available over here. Fine. So you can take any picture of the flower. Okay, so right now I don't think so I have. Let me find out a picture of the flower. Just like we take one flower picture and we save it on our desktop. Now I go to my in page and I find it over there, my desktop. Okay, our class time is almost over. So I hope you will be able to do this. Fine. Make it central align. How can we central align? We can make it left align, right align, central align in this way. So this is the task that we have accomplished. You will save it on your desktop. You will take the screenshot. Fine. All these things, all these points we have done. Fine for this paragraph. So I hope so. You will do the practice for all this work. Note down your questions. You can ask me your questions anytime, even on WhatsApp. I'm available for you. Just send a complete message of your question. Whenever I'll be free, I will just give you the reply for it. Fine. And accomplish your portfolio. I'm going to give you in your Google Classroom. Thank you so much, all of you.